Alright, welcome back everyone. Today we have a quick little tutorial on how to put ear flaps on one of your fitted caps. It's super simple and great for the winter season coming up here. So yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, so this is the pattern we're using today for the flaps, and you can download this in the description below. There's a link for it. And when you cut it out, make sure you cut on the outside of the black line, and you'll get the most accurate pattern. And also keep in mind this is a little bit longer for all the different size hats because you're gonna use a fitted hat, and you're gonna want to shorten or lengthen this if you have to make it fit correctly on whatever size hat you are using. And other than that, you're gonna need scissors, chalk, measuring tape, your outside fabric, which you're gonna wanna use a twill or something that's similar to what the hat is made out of, and then your inside fabric, something soft, fuzzy, some fleece or something for just to keep warm. And other than that, you're pretty much set to start cutting out your fabric. For your twill side, you can just place this right on and cut two of them out. And then for your soft side, you're gonna wanna place pattern on the fold, and then you just cut one. And you're probably gonna wanna wait to cut this one. We already know the size of the hat we're using. A good thing to do would be to wait to cut your fuzzy side, because since it's one, you're gonna want this to be accurate the first go, and you don't wanna waste fabric. So it's up to you. If you already measured it and this pattern works exactly for you, go ahead and cut it. But if not, wait to cut that one until you get the measurement. When you sew these two together, you can kind of wrap it around the outside and work in from your stitch on the inside, and we'll show you that process in the next step. All right, so take your flap, your outside, your canvas or your twill, whatever you're using, and sew just along this edge right here. And even before you sew, you're gonna wanna take half of it and place the droopy side closest to the brim and wrap that around towards the back, and try to make it meet right in the middle. And that way that's gonna be your fit right there. And from this, before you even sew that, then you can take your pattern here that you cut the length, and then cut your fuzzy side out on the fold. So that way, when you sew these together, you're gonna be able to, it's gonna match up right. If that makes any sense. Probably not.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Depending on how detailed you want to make this, you can do a quick top stitch on the outside here. from there, you're gonna put the right sides together. And sew all the way around the curves and up, but don't sew the top yet, because you're gonna wanna flip it inside out. All right, so when you fold it out, so the right sides are out, you're gonna wanna either straight stitch across the top or serge it. We're just gonna serge it because we have a serger. Either or works, so whatever you choose. And that's just to seal it off so that way both sides are together so it's easier to sew into the hat. All right, what you're gonna do next is de-thread from the back up to the brim all the way around. So you're just gonna wanna de-thread the sweatband here because that's where you're gonna insert your flap. And there's a ton of ways of doing this, whatever way works best for you on de-threading. A lot of times you can get it started and just pull it. All right, so now that you have your hat de-threaded and your flap made, you're gonna wanna tuck that in as close as you can to the brim, and I would throw a pin in it just to hold it. So you have your outside and your sweatband lined up, so you can stitch that. Then if you can throw more pins in it if you want. We're just gonna go ahead with one and kind of work along as we go. All right, now we're gonna show you how to put a fastener on the top. And at this point, if you wanted to, instead of doing a separate outside connector, you could sew in straps, like when you're sewing these two pieces together at the bottom, you could sew in your like Velcro. I see Velcro used a lot, or any sort of fastener at the bottom inside with the flaps. But we like to do it on the outside just to add a different look. And we're just gonna use a little piece of leather and just snaps. So we'll show you how to do this really quick. And if you You're just gonna we're just eyeballing this. You can measure how and where you want this actually to sit. We're just gonna go right at the ends here. Right middle at the ends. It should be fine. And that's just one way to do it. You can get creative with it, do whatever you want. And then from the outside, then you have that leather snap at the bottom. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you have fun with this project. Get creative with it, do whatever you want with coloring, anything. And be sure to remember to resize the pattern if you're using our pattern. We made it a little bit longer so that way everyone can use it. And other than that, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. If you have any ideas for other videos, send them our way. We'll try to make them for you. And yeah, we'll see you next time.